Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in SpinTires MudRunner, and we are going to be comparing every single generation of Dodge Ram with the Cummins turbo diesel on Truck Night in order. So first gen to fourth gen, and it's going to be really interesting because all of these four trucks have very different personalities. Now, I've brought along my personal favorite representations of each one. And while that may mean that one's a mud truck, one's a trail truck, one's a SEMA truck, and one's like a general purpose truck, that's sort of kind of beside the point because I wanted to be able to get all four generations of this truck together because I thought it would be really cool to do. But I also, like I said before, I wanted to compare them, and I also wanted to have a variety of different sort of skill sets or sets of abilities for each vehicle, because Truck Night is a very varied map, right? The mud truck may do really well in one area and do really badly in another area. Same for the crawler, same for the SEMA truck, same for the general purpose truck. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the first gen and see what it can do. So, starting in the first gen, getting it started up. Come on. Takes a little bit to start these things sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they're a little bit temperamental about starting. But 3, 2, 1, go! Come on! So this thing is actually really quick. It's one of Red's personal trucks that he hasn't released yet as of recording this video. But I've also never brought it to Truck Night, and I've been really, really curious to because it's a little bit crazy. And oh, come on, get up the concrete block. There you go. Took a little bit of its own sweet time doing the whoa. Oh my god! That was one hell of a launch! It's not slow, I've got to give it that. It's not slow, and it's pretty consistent, actually. Like, whether it's on, whether it's on dirt, mud, whatever, it's pretty quick. I mean, and it really, like, gets up and goes. Switch to pull, let's go! Now, I didn't allow as much slack in that line as I normally do, but that should be okay, because I'm going to go ahead and back up, and I'm still going to yank the truck, so let's go! Yep! Oh my god! Ah, we're fine! Don't worry about it, we're fine! Oh, it didn't want to get back up into high. That's okay. That's okay. Wow, it went into second, though. Oh, there we go! Very minor digging. And into the water. Whoa, my god! It just, like, went nuts through there. Normally, vehicles do not speed up in the water. They normally slow down, way down. This did not. This sped up a lot. Alright, we got rocks now. Let's go! And honestly, for a mud truck, this thing has pretty good articulation. I mean, it's not the stiffest thing in the world for sure. It can still kind of make its way through some minor, like, flex obstacles. Oh boy. Come on. Easy. Alright, bridge time, let's go. Takes it a little bit of time in auto mode to get out of first, but oh, there it is. Oh, yep. Each one of these trucks is going to get launched there, by the way, because I want to see if there are any that can actually just make it over that in high without flipping and dying effectively. I've never seen a truck do that before. And across the line. And I just want to let it be known that I flipped this thing like 2 or 3 times, and I didn't need to winch it any of those times. It legit just like flopped back onto its wheels. So that's interesting. Now, on to the second gen. Now, I don't think I've ever had the second gen out here either. But 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, I've never had the second gen out here either, but I feel like the second gen's going to do really, really well if I can keep it in 5th gear through this first mud section, which I doubt, so I'm putting it in high. Yeah, I already saw it, like, starting to slow down, and I was like, ah, that's not going to happen. Not going to work. Come on, there you go. Get moving, get moving. For some reason, I keep bouncing between each of these logs. I'm like, yeah, let's not do that. Let's 100% not do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ease this thing right in front of the F-150, and I'm going to try to put it on the far side of this little mud bog because unlike we did with the other truck, I want this thing to actually have some slack in the winch line because I personally think it's going to get bogged down really, really easily and really, really quickly. But we'll have to find out because I have a feeling that this thing is not going to have the mud grip that the other one did. Well, it's doing better so far than I thought it would. And the suspension is awesome. Like, it's soaking everything up. Absolutely everything. Oh, come on. Come on. Get some grip, and go! Or not. Well, it tried to go into fourth. It wasn't really successful, though. It's still moving. Like, we're not stopped yet. It's still moving, though. Come on, let's go. I'm just feathering the throttle in high, trying to work my way up the hill out of the water. Easy. Oh, my God. Come on. All right, there it is. No, release. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to switch it. Now, this thing has some insane approach angle, so it's going to be fine through the rocks. I really don't even have to pick a line through these rocks. This thing is just like, yeah, just point me at the rocks and I'm good. It's definitely a lot more compliant than the first gen was, but then again, I mean, the first gen's a mud truck. This is a crawler. Well, I say crawler. Trail rig. Trail rig is the best way to describe this thing. It's also really interesting how the second gen is definitely like the smallest truck of the four, which I could see really being used to its advantage in some scenarios. Wow, okay, so the suspension was so soft that it just soaked it all up and just like barreled into the ground basically. Oh, come on. There we go. Up and over. Not too bad. Not too bad. And there we go. All right, so the first gen and the second gen have both gone, and the first gen was definitely faster, but the second gen I think was a little bit more composed. Now, we've got the third gen, and the third gen is a SEMA build because I was like, why not throw something crazy into the mix and bring a SEMA truck? Now, setting off, it's actually faster than you would expect for a very heavily lifted mega cab dually that, well, it kind of sinks a little bit in the mud, but I think that's probably because we caught the, we caught the control arms. I'm not even sure what you call that. It's like an extended frame that all of the arms connect to, and it may just be like a frame cage. I'm not sure. But somebody let me know in the comments what that little piece right there, the little piece that says XO Froggy on it, or remind me what that's called, because I am blanking right now on what that's called, and I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to know, like, the technical term. Like, I know what it does, I know what it's there for, but I don't remember what the technical term for it is. Now, it's also worth noting that this truck has collision axles, so rocks will hang it up, and mud will hang it up, and things like that. This truck may have a really hard time down at the end with the lumber because lumber doesn't really go well with the collision axles as we found out in the past. But we're still going to try it anyway, and that's also why we have the suspension on max lift. We have the air suspension all the way up. The bags are fully blown up, so we have them as high as we can go. And the reason for that is because I don't want to have to I don't want to have to deal with adjusting them at any point. And that's where the truck is going to perform its best on a map like this, so I figured I'd just set it there anyway. Oh, no! It made it a pretty good ways before it started sinking. I'm not going to lie. It was doing pretty well there. Come on, there we go. Try near the edge for this one. Feathering the throttle. Feathering the throttle. Come on. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. Dude, that was sick. All right. Oh, nope, didn't want that. That was sick. That was, like, really, really good. I'm impressed. Oh, man. Everything out here, though, is collision. Like, the rocks are collision. I believe the control arms are collision, too. It's a bit of a yikes when you try to run it on a map like this. Come on, easy. That's why I'm trying to angle over everything, because at least it'll give me somewhat of an advantage where I'm, like, where this truck otherwise wouldn't have it. All right, bridge time. This is going to be kind of sketchy, and I'm thinking that, ooh. Easy. Oh my god, easy. Oh boy. Ah, there we go. Not bad. All right, hitting this in high because I'm curious, and wow. Well, that was not dramatic at all. Like, literally at all. I expected this thing to be the worst over the lumber, and it just kind of bounced right through it all. It was just kind of like, all right. That was a very drama-free run. Like, very, very, very drama-free run. Now we have the first, second, and third gen trucks at the end, and we have one more, which is Brute's 2012 Dodge 3500, and I gotta be honest, I've never run this truck here, and the crazy part is, right, this is one of the most popular trucks that he ever released, and really that anybody ever released for this game. This truck has almost 50,000 downloads last time I checked, which is insane for any MudRunner mod, really. But without any further ado, we're gonna see what this thing is capable of. We'll get it started up, spooled up, and go! Wow, high is not very fast. All right. And up and over the first hill. So it's a little bit slow, I've got to admit. Oh, wow. It does the automatic mode does not deal with mud very well. High is okay through the mud, though. It's not too bad. It's not the fastest thing in the world through mud, but it's not slow either. Now, being able to stay in high up the concrete block obstacle is really impressive. I've got to admit, that is very, very impressive, and that is one of the few trucks that can do that, and certainly one of the few trucks out of the ones out here that could do that. All right, coming down the backside of the hill now. We got one more F-150 to pull. One more, boys. One more. I love this truck. I've always loved this truck. It's genuinely still, in my opinion, one of the best mods ever made for MudRunner. And I'm not saying that to bash on any other mods that have ever been made. I'm just saying that I think in terms of sheer, like, completeness and quality, it's overall, there are very few mods that can reach the level, or that do reach the level that this thing has reached. And let's go! Wow, high is so slow compared to the other trucks. But even though it's slow, it's like, it's just churning up the mud. Like, no issues at all. Not even a single worry. And it's got this gorgeous interior setup, too. I love looking back at this truck because not a lot of people pay attention to interior setups anymore. Now, Frog does on some of his trucks. Like, the SEMA truck actually has a really cool interior. But the general, I would say, modding community doesn't really pay all that much attention to interiors. And that's not really a big deal. I mean, most people don't use the interior view anyway. But it's really, really cool to, you know, to be able to click the button and then go, oh, crap, there's a full interior in here. Come on, little F-150. There you go. All right, we're going to go ahead and release that. And now we're going to make our way through the rocks and head to the end. Now, this was definitely probably the slowest truck through the whole course, I want to say. And I'm kind of, like, not totally surprised about that. I mean, it's like, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but my God, for a multi-purpose rig that just does whatever you want it to, and does it without drama and does it in a very balanced way, you can't really get much better than this. You really can't. All right, leaving it in automatic across the bridge. I'm going to leave it in automatic, actually, to hit the lumber because I know it's faster in automatic than it is in high. Sixth gear, boom! Wow, that was so undramatic. Oh, you better make it. Oh my God, you better make it. No! Oh, it can't back up. And it can't go forward. I even tried to angle it. I even tried to make sure I could angle it over, but oh my God, the tires are just a tad too small, and it hung up on the frame. And like I said, I tried to go at it diagonally, and even with going at it diagonally, it was still like, nah, you're not making it. But even with that being said, even with this getting stuck here on the lumber, I still think that this is my favorite truck out of the bunch. Now, does that mean I don't like the others? Absolutely not. I love the other trucks, but this one is just, like, this one has a special place to me, and it's one of the trucks that I really remember, like, really enjoying driving and really kind of connecting with back when it first came out. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite truck was, which one you would drive home. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I will see y'all in the next one. Talk to you guys later.